Hey, y'all. We are here at Better Marriage Daily. That's right. I'm Sean.
And I'm V.
And we're here to show y'all how to try loving each other in spite of each other.
Yes.
Many opportunities.
Many.
Mm-hmm. So you got it. What's up?
I think I want to talk about
questions. Oh, here we go.
The questions that I get asked regularly
on a regular basis
from other women on how I navigate the waters, the marriage waters, pertaining to you as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
How do I handle that? You're gone a lot. People who know us know that you're gone a lot. You're busy. You're ripping and running. Just taking care of business. And they want to know. They've wanted to know how I handle that, because for some of them, they're married to men who, spouses who are, in the corporate world. They are, flying out and coming back in, and then the wife is at home, usually with the kids, and she's raising them while he's out, building a legacy and everything. And so a lot of people have asked me, how do I do it? Now, the benefit for me right now in this season is that our kids, our boys are grown, so they're out on their own. But I tell them that it's really the same, the same thing, is that you have to look at it as he's going out to work. That's his career for the family. And then you're at home and you have, your career, and you're, there with the kids. And so you have to.
Now, some people are going to push back on the there with the kids.
Yeah. Some people may.
Because you wasn't there with the kids. I was there with the kids.
Right. You talking about with the boys for a couple of years?
Yeah.
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 For at least, yeah.
Yeah.
But now, yeah. You were.
I was Mr. Dad.
Yeah, you were for a little bit, until I moved here.
Then I was still Mr. Dad.
Right.
Don't. Yeah. You are not going to discount my daddy.
I mean, you did a great. Yeah, you did a great job, but it wasn't. It wasn't like I wasn't present.
No, I'm not saying that you wasn't present.
Yeah.
I mean, you worked.
Yeah, I worked. I worked out the state,
and I brought them everywhere they needed to go.
Right. But I'm talking about now, since I've, then I didn't have friends. That's a whole nother subject.
This woman said, I don't need no friends.
Then I didn't have friends. It was, no one was asking me, how did I do it? How did I do what I do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm talking about since the boys have been out the house.
Absolutely.
And because your career has gone here, and they are wanting to know, how do I still handle that, with us being married? How does the marriage stay? How do we stay one?
Yeah.
I first of all, I had to think about that, because it's nothing that I just live, because you're gone a lot. And I think for me, because I was a single parent for so long, it's kind of like when you're gone, that I take that role. I go back into that mode. Mm-hmm. But I tell them, you have to, and I find that some of them are in a way maybe envious that the husband get to go out and do other things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's okay. I understand that, but I would tell them that your role is at home, and you have a lot of things to do, a lot of things to do to keep the home going,
when you're at home and your spouse is gone,
right?
You got enough stuff to do.
You have enough things to do.
Especially when kids are involved.
Right, when kids are involved. So you have enough to do. So you know, it's better that you don't worry about what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? You just concentrate on what needs to be done at home. In those days.
I think in this day and age of people not wanting to understand the traditional, the way the traditional, the old school, not old school,
yes,
husband and wife situation is set up. I don't want them coming for you because of what you said. So
right,
remember to use the if it's set up this way.
Yeah.
If whoever is the person leaving, whoever the person that's home,
right,
gets that. Because what you said isn't wrong.
Right.
Like whenever you go to work, that's what my whole thing was for you. Whenever, like I said, I had, and you heard in the other podcast where I had Anthony, at the house with me. And let me turn this off. I had Anthony at the house with me and you were working before we got married because I wanted to make sure that he got into the school system here and had a better chance with athletics and this, that, and the other. And then when you got here, you were still working like swing shift and graveyard. And so for the most part, I'm the Mr. Mom going back and forth.
Right.
It's whoever can should. And so you happen to have been talking to women.
The women who
were the one who was the primary driver, the primary chauffeur of the kids.
With the kids. And the issue becomes how, for me, because of what's going on in your career, how am I okay with you going out, into the world and you're gone a lot, you know what I'm saying? There are times where you're gone a lot. So how do I navigate that and be okay with you being away? You know what I'm saying? And so I would, tell them that I'm here at home, but I have a role and I'm doing things here. I have projects going on here. I keep myself busy when you're gone. So it's not like I'm sitting here bored to death all the time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not. I save things for when you go, and then I'm here navigating all of that.
Yeah, can we talk about that right quick? You know what I'm saying? Like whenever we first got married, I want to go to the movies and I want to go and take you places and go do things. And you don't want to go nowhere. But soon come I hit the road. I called back. Where you at? Oh, me and your sister went to y'all went where?
Yeah.
Where y'all went?
Yeah.
To the movies?
We went, to the movies to go see something we wanted to see. It was all girls.
I just asked you if you wanted to go to the movies. Say you want to go to the movies. Now I'm leaving. Now you want to go to the movies? When I come back, we better go to the movies.
Right. But it was about,
we want to go to the movies.
Yeah. But it was about
I know what it was.
You being gone in the house, being quiet and just us girls. It would, just us girls getting together and going out since you were gone.
Yeah, no, I wasn't tripping out. What my thing was. I'm like, you don't want to go nowhere. Because what you got to understand about this one is that she even told me this. She said, when you home, I'm good.
I am.
I was like, but I want to enjoy you. And she said, I enjoy just you being here.
Right. Because you were gone a lot. There's been seasons where you've been gone a lot. So just us being home together was good. And you know that I'm not.
I know, social bird.
I'm not a social bird. I don't like all that ripping and running and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But your career has of course, when we got married, I did not know. And there was no one to talk to about what it was like or what it would be like with you being an artist.
Oh, yeah, you had absolutely.
I had no idea what I was in for, and it was no way that we could have that conversation because your career changed in so many ways, So there was no one that I could talk to. So I just had to wing it, You know, there were times where you were out and then I was at home, you know, with the boys, you know. And and that's why I had the advice for my friends who would ask me those things. It's like I was at home and I was busy. I was working, as well as, you know, come home and drive in from Texas, you know, to here, and then get home, and then, you know, then I was dealing, you know, at home with the boys. So I was busy.
Yeah.
I didn't have time to think about what you were doing and all this other stuff.
And you're talking, and I feel like, because I'm listening to you like I don't know what you're talking about, you know, and I'm wondering why you even having these conversations with these women. What are these women talking about? What are they intimating?
They're not intimating anything. Intimating how it's hard. It's hard.
No, you're not.
No, they're intimating that it's hard. How do you do it and seem to be okay with it? You know, like, because I am, you know, like it, you know, of course I miss you when you're gone, but I'm good with being home while you're gone.
Yeah.
You know, they weren't really, they're trying to figure it out like I was trying to figure it out. I didn't have anybody to talk to. So because we are doing this thing, because you're in this, you know, you're an artist and everything that you're doing, then they want to know, like, how do you do that? You know, because this is different. This is different than a person just having a career, or couples having a career and both of them are in the same city and they're, you know, they're parenting and all that. You know what I'm saying? This is a totally different animal.
It is, but I think what I was hearing was, you know, girl, he's an artist. How you deal with that? Because you're not addressing that. You're not addressing that part.
And
address that part.
And I will
address that part.
You know, how do I deal with it? Is that I'm good. I've just never lived my life, especially with us being married. I've just never lived afraid of what he's doing or what you're doing when you were gone. I've never lived my life wondering what a guy was doing, even before we got married. You know what I'm saying? I had no control of it, so I didn't worry about that, you know. And so when we got married, that was something new to me. However, I trusted you because you didn't give me any reason not to.
Right.
And that's why I can rest and be okay, because you've never given me any reason to worry and to be wondering what you were doing when you're gone.
Right, because I feel like, see, because you just came out and said, you know, and they asked, well, how do you do it? You know, that's a loaded question. They asking about everything, not just how you do it.
Yeah.
They're like, you know, he's gone, he's an artist, and he leaves, and while he's gone, girl, how do you do it? Yeah. They're not really talking about your day to day. That's not what they're talking about.
Yeah. I'm going on the direct questions. That's what I was going on. I can answer all of that.
I know you can.
You know what I'm saying? I'll answer all of that. I've just, because I'm me, I don't. Can't even say didn't, because I don't even now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't worry about that. Because you've never given me a reason to. So it's a lot that people, you know, don't see your whole career. I mean, you being an artist, it's complicated. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like you having a 9 to 5. You know, your jobs take you all over the country, out the country, things like that. So I've settled in it, you know. At first, was it difficult? A small adjustment.
I mean, because that's how you met me.
Right. I met you doing that, but you weren't doing what you do now.
No.
That's totally different.
You're right.
You were not.
I was just playing.
You were just
and
playing.
It was a consistent, regular
That's
thing
right.
locally
and you
and
were
in
near.
This country.
That we could drive.
I would leave 2 and 3 weeks, 3 or 4 times a year, but for the most part, it was every weekend.
But when we met, y'all weren't touring like that. You weren't touring like that when we met.
We did. We did. We went to England. No, we went to England. We went to Holland.
That wasn't often though.
I think we went to Japan too.
No, that was Japan on. I thought that was Japan on you.
Nope, that was because I went to play drums with Chris.
Okay, all right, but still, you weren't doing those things all the time.
It wasn't regular,
know.
And I think that y'all need to understand that she's really passionate about doing this one because of the non-traditional. See, we got some non-traditional stuff.
Yes, it's non-traditional
because of the non-traditional job that I have.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a traditional job, but it's not. But it's not. And so when people come to her, I feel like they come into her because they're like, well, ain't you worried about them women out on the road?
And I've had a couple people ask me that, but none of them, they were people that I did not know.
Right.
So I had to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The messenger. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how people can be in
trying to sow.
That's right.
Trying to sow discord.
That's right. Trying to sow discord. So.
And then the other ones who come and go, girl, how do you do that? When he gone, you by yourself, and what you do by yourself, and I feel like that's what you just answered a while ago.
Right.
And the other part,
I'm busy.
It's the same answer for the other part.
Yeah.
I look good.
I look good sitting here worrying about what he's doing out there. I really do look good doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, you've never given me a reason to.
I thought that was sexy too when you said that.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That phrase?
Yeah. I look good. A man gonna do what a man gonna do.
Right. And I can't.
If I say it. You remember what he said it? Remember how you said it? Or just how would you say it now? A man gonna do
same thing. A man is gonna do, not a man, but a person is gonna do.
But you said no.
Yeah, I said a man.
You don't have to be
but
PC
a man
on this
is gonna do what a man is gonna do. I can't control it. There's nothing that I can do to keep him from going out and seeing other women. Cannot. Nothing I can do.
So you're not going.
So I'm not gonna worry about that. And I look good. Having sleepless nights behind it.
What you call it, the shakes?
Yeah, I look good being at home with the shakes. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
not doing that.
I was like, okay, that's what I'm talking about. Gee.
No, I didn't want to. I did not want to live my life like that, and don't want to live my life like that.
Yeah,
because you're going too much. I would be a wreck, and I mean, you don't need to be worried about me while you're going either.
Right, and that was another thing. So flipping it to me.
I had to put my big girl panties on, no matter how I felt about what you were doing and where you were going. Well, where you were going and for how long. Had to be an adult about it. I signed up for this. I didn't know how much of this I would have. I was signing up for. Yeah, but I signed up for it.
And you kind of had a non-traditional job as well.
Yeah.
A woman working in the prison with men. The majority of your shifts were with
men,
with the male prisoners.
Right.
And you're around a whole bunch of men all the time.
Yeah.
And
inmates.
And from officers, all the stories that we get from people that we know who are in law enforcement, then there's a lot of marriages that go because you are literally with your coworkers more than you are with your family.
Yes.
And in your case, you're with a whole bunch of guys more than you're with your family.
Women. Yeah.
More than you're with your family. Yeah. In my case, I'm around a whole bunch of people, but I'm on stage, so I have more opportunity, it would seem. That what they say. That what they say. They say it looked like I would have more opportunity.
It looks like that.
That what they say.
Yeah.
And real talk, it is. If you want it to be.
Yeah.
Because they, there's always an opportunity to, but like I tell people when they ask me, how is it on the road? I said, it's just like it at home, just like it is at home. For some reason, a wedding ring is attractive to men and women.
Right.
It's attractive.
Yeah.
Because it means I can borrow you for, if you'll allow me, I can borrow you for whatever I want to do with you in the time that I can do it. And then I can send you home.
Right.
So I found that out when I used to wear my ring all the time. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy to me.
And so, you know, with the ring you're talking about, that you stopped wearing the ring because how many times did you like lose it, like in your case?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't wear when I'm performing. I wouldn't wear it because we had just got married, y'all. We had just got married, and it's fresh. It's like a fresh marriage, right?
Yes, ring is just shiny,
ring, right?
Beautiful ring.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And I might have lost a few pounds, something like that. And you know, we playing, and I'm playing this festival, and she's rolling up with my sister or with her sister, with your crew. I don't remember how you were coming, but I was there, and I had just finished playing.
I think you had just finished.
I had just finished playing, so she missed my show, and I was out by my car putting my accordions up, right? And I had just put my accordions up, and I was closing the boxes when she came. And she walked up, she came to, hey, babe. I said, hey, what's up? Gave him some sugar. Okay, no, what's on? And then she backed up, did her thing where she do the neck thing. She's like, where's your ring? I said, yeah, I don't know. I said, I just noticed it. I just noticed it a while ago when I was putting my accordions up and I looked at my hand. I just noticed it wasn't there. I said, I don't know where it is. I said, but I didn't notice. I said, it must have came off while I was performing. And she was like, do the face. And I was like, look, I'm telling you, I swear. And so I went back. I said, when you walked up, I was just looking for it in my accordion cases because that's the only place I think it could be. And so I was opening up my accordion cases, and sure enough, thank you, Jesus, Lord above, Holy Spirit, and all the gods and angels and earthly Scorpios and Cancers. There it was. I'm like, look at me. It was in my accordion case. And so picked it up, put it on, and then we went on to have a great time.
Yes.
But from that point on, I said, well, this was easy. This was local. You know, I could see where it was, but when I would go play, I would take my ring off and put it in my pocket. But when I did my first tour after I got married, we were up in Philadelphia, I think it was. And, you know, we playing and everybody knew I just got married because, you know, I was playing Zydeco music at the time. And it's a tight-knit community. Everybody knows everybody and they know what's going on. And it wasn't no secret that I just got married. It's a pretty big deal because I've been free for so long. Free. I've been free for so long.
Free.
So got married, and this one woman came. She says, Sean, well, how's marriage? And I said, oh, it's great. She goes, really? I said, yeah, it's great. She says, oh, she says, because you know that's not what I hear everybody else come and say. Well, I said, well, I'm not everybody else. She says, oh, if you're so happy, where's your ring? I said, I don't need it right here. It's right here. It never leaves me. My baby never leaves me. She always in my heart.
Pretty cool response.
And it came quick too.
Yeah, yeah. She was searching.
Oh, she was searching.
She was searching.
She said, where your ring? I said, I don't need a ring. It's right here. The ring is in my heart. My baby never, she's always with me. She always in my heart.
Yep. Go sit down
and then
somewhere.
She's going to talk about, oh, that's so sweet. I was like, yep, sure is. Get thee behind me, Satan.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Indeed. Yes, indeed. And so, you know, and, you know, talking about the non-traditional, you know, relationships, you're in that high testosterone environment at the jail. And when we had gotten serious and everything, you were like, I don't understand why these dudes trying to holler.
It's like, I mean, when we got engaged, people, you know, just kind of trying to shoot their shot. And I'm looking at them like.
So 6 months ago, I wasn't here?
Not even, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. 6 months ago,
6 weeks ago, I wasn't even here.
How long have you and I been on this unit? You know what I'm saying? And you're trying to holler now because now you see I have a ring. And I'm like, wow. Wow.
And I had a theory, and this is a pro tip for all you people, male and female, you know, whatever. Look, I told her, I said, the difference is you are now happy.
Yeah.
And happiness is contagious.
Right.
People want to be around happy.
It's true.
You know, now they got some sick people who want to stamp out happy.
Right.
And you gotta be able to discern to see who those people are. But for the most part, whenever you get happy and content with yourself and in yourself, you're going to start attracting people because that's attractive. That's very attractive.
I didn't look at it like that. I was just, first of all, I was offended, by, first of all, I was offended because, how long have we?
With an O.
With an
O. Offended.
Yeah, offended. That's right. With an O. That's right. Offended.
Yeah.
I was kind of high. I was like, get out of my face. because we all grew up on the unit together, and then now you want to holler, and especially, I was offended for a couple of reasons. That and the fact that I know someone you've been dealing with. I'm like, man, please.
Yeah. So, so I'm on the road doing my thing, going and it's beautiful and you're at home. And so we both have to manage our mental because you go in that unit with these muscly, testosterone-filled men all day long. Now I had muscles when we got together, but I mean, they kind of left me at some point in time. You laughing?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm working on. Y'all go get to see the transformation. I'm telling y'all gonna see this. Man, I lost weight, and then like Thanksgiving happened, and I went on a trip, and I did something. I had and I gained 10 pounds, y'all. I really just got off the wagon big time. I did. You're not supposed to be sitting there agreeing with me in front of people, babe.
I'm sorry.
I mean, come on.
I did the same thing.
Yeah, okay. Your 2 pounds does not count like my 10.
I did the same thing
because the gut came back. But they say that man with a gut is a sign of prosperity.
That's what they say.
And women want to be around that. So what I'm saying, if you don't like it,
you're silly.
I know they throw me back.
Yeah.
They'll throw me back. Catch and release.
Catch and release.
They're gonna throw me right back.
Yeah, that's funny.
They don't want this. So so non-traditional. So we both had non-traditional jobs, careers or whatever.
And I never thought of it that way.
I did.
I was out there doing what I needed to do.
What you had to do.
What I had to do. Yeah. And it was so funny because if it wasn't that, then it would have been, well, yeah, I get it. It wasn't. I never looked at it like that. I looked at it as going to a job, or not going to a job,
so
having a career.
Explain to them, we might have done it before on a previous episode, but explain to them what that means. You're in a cell.
Right.
With 50?
At the time they were
how many men?
They were dormitories. The facility, there was dormitories mostly.
It's a jail.
Yeah.
It's a big old cell. Open.
Right. And there were as much as 60 beds in one dormitory. Some of them were 48, just depends on how the inmates were classified. But with 60 males, and I worked with males mostly, or sometimes I was in maximum security where there were mostly males, females who were in isolation here and there, but and then male officers. So I just never thought of it,
That's
like
not traditional. You're locked in.
Locked in, yeah. I was locked in with, at 60 people, 60 guys, no partitions, no cells, between us really in those kinds of dormitory style.
With nothing but a radio.
Right. No weapon.
Intimidation.
Right. No weapon. You had a radio and telephone. That was it. So yeah, I just never thought about it that way.
Oh, I thought about it because I was like, wow. Because when we got together, I'm like, I'm not going to ask her to. Well, first of all, she said she wasn't quitting. Second of all, I wasn't going to ask her to quit.
I had too much invested in it when we got
I wasn't going to ask her to quit because that's not what you do. You let, I
and
realized.
It was close enough that I could commute.
Yeah. I realized that, that's who she was, and she loved what she did. And since she loved what she did, who am I to tell her to stop?
Right.
So and she knew I loved what I did.
Right.
So who is she to tell me to stop?
Yeah.
So I think acceptance is one key.
Yeah.
One key to being with someone who's in a non-traditional career is acceptance. Accept who they are. Accept what they
do.
accept what they do, and then figure out what that means in your life.
Right.
And have real conversations, y'all. Have real conversations. Are you cool with the fact that I'm going to be gone? Days at a time, sometimes a few weeks at a time. And if I have it like I want it, I might be gone months at a time.
Right. But we've already set.
Tell him what the solution would be.
The solution would be that he would never be gone more than way more than a month at a time, 3 weeks to a month before he would send for me to fly out to meet him.
Yep. And that was back then when a month was okay. Now we not going to be longer than a week.
Okay, cool.
Because if it's 2 weeks, I'm pushing it.
Yeah, it's a long time.
And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. The only reason I say we pushing it is because I want you with me.
All the time, I know. All the time, yeah. And that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because we know some situations where they would rather the other stayed home.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And we just don't operate like that. We enjoy each other's company.
Yeah. When I experience things, I want her to experience it.
Right.
I want her to see it.
Yep.
So that this one might not have been a fancy episode, y'all, but it's an episode that y'all need to really dig into if you're in a relationship. If you're in a relationship, if you're engaged, or if you're married and never talked about it, now's a great time to talk. It's a terrible time to talk about it if you're married. But now you're gonna have to do all kind of compromising. But if you're like engaged or just dating, have that conversation. What does life with you look like when we're married?
Right. And especially, pertaining to their careers.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because it's, not everyone, I've been told by, certain people, family even, like I could not handle that. I could not handle that kind of career, a husband that has that kind of career.
Yeah, my sister said that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, but because of what she's experienced and what she knows. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But there are a lot of, I had friends. I mean, even when I was, working, they would be like, man, like your husband he's going a lot. Like, how do you, how everybody had questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you do that? So
and your answer was always the same.
Yeah, always the same. I have things to do. I have things to do. I'm busy.
And y'all, she is consistent. Yeah. That things to do is not just whenever I'm gone.
Yeah.
That's an everyday thing.
I just said it this morning.
Baby, we got to shoot some episodes. Look, I got things to do. How many are we doing?
And then people, ask about retirement. Like, what do you, have you got, no, I'm not working. Well, what do you do? I'm like, I have a lot to do. I am busy.
Tell them what you told me whenever you retired.
Oh, he asked me if I wanted to do some things or help him do some things. And I'm like, I don't want to be on anybody's schedule.
Don't give me no more.
Don't give me any more. Don't give me another job. I don't want a job. That's true. That's because at the end, it wasn't anything that I enjoyed. Not having something to do that I enjoy, that's different.
Yeah.
But I no longer enjoyed that career.
Right.
Oh,
I know. But I'm just saying, I was like, but this is different though. No, I don't want another job. Don't give me another job.
Not a job.
That's okay.
Give me something I love doing. Yeah. Yeah. It's true.
I ain't mad at none of that. I ain't mad at none of that. So that's it. That's pretty much everything in a nutshell. When you're with a non-traditional person, you have to ask the questions. What does my life look like with you?
And be honest.
Brutally honest.
Brutally honest. Because even though like for me, I didn't know what all of that meant. I had no idea. But I knew that we were married, and whatever it took, I would forge ahead. I would do it. Mm-hmm. It just so happens that I'm perfect for what you do. I am. I'm perfect for what you do.
Yeah.
Because I hold it down here.
You do. And that was that was a big thing for me. I was like, you know, I went from being in a relationship with somebody who wanted me to be there under them 24/7.
Needy.
I mean, you know.
Needy.
You know, I thought I phrased that pretty well, lady. Somebody who wanted me to be with him 24/7. And then, you know, we break up, and then I'm out there in the world, and I'm meeting these people, and then I meet, you know, Vanessa, and it's like, she could care less whether I'm there or not. And I was like, ooh, you mean we can just be?
We can be.
Okay, we can just be. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
And now I done turned into the needy one.
I used to tell you, I don't require things that I don't require all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
And look, and I done turned into the needy one.
You're silly. You're silly.
But yeah, so then I get with her, and then she's like, you know, hey man, what you do is what you do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. I look good worrying about what you're gonna be doing.
That's right.
I got stuff to do. I was like, all right, cool. So that means when I'm gone, I don't have to worry about my house falling apart because you're my partner, a true partner. You know, we are equals. You can do everything. And that's what we're working on now.
Yeah.
I'm pushing her. I'm like, look, I need you to be able to do everything I can do. I need you to know everything I know.
Because he's a pusher.
Because I'm a pusher. It's what I do, baby. It's what I do. I'm a pusher. I want everybody in my atmosphere winning.
Yes.
I want everybody in my atmosphere winning.
You do.
You know, and especially when you can. Now, if you couldn't win, like I'd be, oh, poor little tink tink. Oh. Look here, can you just make these phone calls for me? That's all I need from you, baby. Just make a few phone calls. And all you're doing is reading from this paper. Just tell them this, okay? That's all you got to do. That's not you. You're dynamic. You got all kind of talents and gifts and stuff. We are just starting to scratch the surface on them.
Amen.
Shoot, I can't wait for the Vanessa conference. The V conference. But yeah, y'all. So if y'all have any questions, comments, put them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll catch y'all on the live later on this week. But yeah, we helped y'all. I mean, non-traditional marriages, non-traditional relationships, non-traditional jobs in a marriage relationship. What are your expectations? What does what you do look like? And what do I look like in that relationship to you? And then you as a person got to say, well, how do I feel about what I now know is my role and my place in this situation?
Very important.
In this dynamic. And once you figure that out, if you're cool with that, then hey, let's go. And if not, then you got to reevaluate. Now, there's some people who have changed their careers for their loved one, but I'm gonna tell you right now, the time, we'll talk about that at a later date too. The time when I wasn't playing music, I was low-key depressed. When I wasn't in my zone, I was low-key depressed. Now, if somebody who hadn't found out what their purpose is and what they're here for, then they can do a job and be cool.
Right.
If the money's good and their life is good, they can be cool. Me, it's not even about the money. It's about what I'm doing. You know, and that's the thing. And so, yeah, y'all, we appreciate y'all. We have been the Better Marriage Daily podcast, where we learn how to love each other in spite of each other. I'm Sean.
And I'm V.
And we'll see you on the flip side. We'll see y'all next time. Take it easy. Peace.